Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. It's hot out here. It's Vegas. You already know. Moon is in Taurus, right in between the North Node, Jupiter. Then it's going to hit Uranus. Oh, yes. This is what you've been waiting for. What's up, dog? It was a literal dog. Anyway, this transit is helping you feel with the moon the supernatural, hyper real quality. Okay, so supernatural, hyper real is the moon on Jupiter and Uranus. Okay, the real quality is Taurus. So this grounded Taurus understanding moon of what Jupiter, North Node, and Uranus, supernatural hyper reality, okay? And the fixed signs represent qualities of strength. The quality of your natural physical strength is Taurus. And that's how to understand the moon in this transit. Well, what does that apply to? Your enlightened awareness, the sun in Gemini, at the final decan, that at this point is squaring Neptune. Very magical couple of days. All right. The quality of your mind is Aquarius. The quality of your psyche or your psychology or your emotions is Scorpio. Relative to how pure it is, right? The quality of your mind with Aquarius relative to the quality of knowledge that your mind operates and programs. And then the quality of your heart relative to the quality of passion is Leo and courage. So that leaves the base where all of this is based on your physical quality, because you could be powerful, right? But if you don't have strength, then you won't be able to maintain that power for long. This is a little bit of how and why Aries is powerful, but in short bursts. Taurus converts and strengthens the raw physical nature of Aries firepower, whether through training or just natural quality of strength. That's why Taurus are naturals. If you think The Rock has a Cap moon and a Taurus sun, he's powerful and strong, right? Taurus extends this into natural strength, infinity card. So once you have a strong body, this enables your mind to run more efficiently, even though the mind rules the body, right? Although some people say the body rules the mind. Regardless, what is very key here is we haven't had such a hyper awakening and stimulation of physical energy in a long time. Remember, the fixed signs are energy, mental energy, Aquarius, solar energy, Leo. Shout out to Leo. Not spiritual energy, but psychic energy, Scorpio. And then, of course, natural energy, right? There's a lot of natural energy that in this physical dimension runs a lot of appliances. So let's not sleep on the miracle of our brains and bodies. This is a huge deal, y'all. I'm not even going to front, especially with the moon that's going to trine Pluto at the end of this transit. I think if you really appreciate the grounded quality of everything you've stacked and built on your body, this is a huge payoff. All right. So we're understanding this update because we're going to do this again every time the moon is in Taurus. We're not naturally updating our understanding of our physical bodies. I mean, it's not just the physical body, but Taurus is physical strength, natural strength, okay? Next month, when the sun is in Cancer, we're going to understand the natural strength of our emotional and psychic awareness, which is 11th house. But this is 12th house to Gemini. 12th house is the house of unconscious beliefs and habits. So you are, as is true to the nature of the 12th house, right? Which is transcendence and release. You are releasing and transcending unconscious habits relative to new habits that you have over 2 weeks formed due to the mindset and reinforced thinking patterns that you have successfully engineered into your brain. Okay? Even if you engineered stuff that you didn't want, you did that successfully. You failed successfully. All right. That being said, what's really amazing here is the Taurian element here is what puts the cement on it. It's what strengthens, all right, your unconscious nature. That if you think about Taurus and Gemini individually, that's an element of your mind-body connection. So you're going to really be receptive to the effects of the completion of this harvest and how you have replaced old habits with new ones. All right. A great example of this, my mom has visited me throughout this week. Shout out to her. Her birthday's on the 18th. And she, has let me know we did a lot of house cleaning and spring cleaning. And she let me know I slammed the door closed. Like, I don't really softly close it. And so she had to catch me, right? Because I would keep forgetting to do that. And I had to be aware of how I was unconscious of doing that. Even praying before meals, she brought that back to my attention. And that's an example of how we're all getting ready to release that old cycle so that after this transit, we're going to begin the new moon at the tail end of Gemini. Boy, that's going to be fire. Ooh. Basically, what that is you spent the whole 3.5 weeks programming your spiritual intelligence. And then during the harvest and completion, you saw when you program something and then you have to launch the program to see Moon in Sagittarius, the effects of the program so that you can adjust if you like it or not. Cool. Now that you have completed the program, it's time to now launch a new cycle with that completed program. That's going to be the new moon in Gemini going into Cancer season. Get excited. Okay, because everything moving forward from here, we've activated Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and this is where the real fun begins. Now, Leo will tell you the fun begins there, and they're not wrong. That's fifth house energy. You know what I'm saying? Technically, Aries through Cancer is the process of waking up in the morning and getting ready. You know what I mean? Cancer is your home. You clean yourself up, and then you step out into the social environment in Leo. It's hot. I had to move around. This is ridiculous. The sun is beaming. So with that being said, the reason why that's very, very, very iconic is we still just getting started. Jupiter has just entered the party in Taurus. And what Taurus wants to remind you is to take your time. Slow down. By the time the North Node goes into Aries, it's go time. So we still have another month. But really reflect on this. You want to rest during balsamic phases. It's common to be lethargic because there's nothing to do. We're clearing the field so that we can plant new seeds. The new moon in Gemini are new ideas based on this new programming that's going to dip you into the water of your psychic potential. So that if you think of psychokinesis, psychic powers aren't necessarily mystical woo-woo bullshit abilities as much as it is just the power and expression of your mind. Nen, mental force, chi, ki, that's represented by Cancer, the specialist. That's why people who sleep on Cancers are stupid as hell. Because Cancer will not tell you that they're psychic like that. And so they dish the tea while you snitch on yourselves to them. Trust me, I've done it myself to them all the time. I had to learn the hard way. Used to gaslight my Cancer sister all the time. Anyway, what used to, maybe I still do, no, I'm just joking. But the reason why that's very important is in order for you to think properly, you have to have your body, okay, in a solid state. An imbalance of your body is going to bring an imbalance of your mind. Well, an imbalance of your mind is going to bring an imbalance to your emotions. So this completion of the Gemini season has programmed your mindset so that you can think in the right direction that we will feel into Cancer season. Cancer season is where we're going to really get that fuel going. I like to think of our emotions as fuel, our chi, right? Not to say emotions are chi, but emotions do fuel and drive your chi. So that being said, now that you've programmed your brain and your mindset and you know how to use the sword of your word to deflect and combat insecure weaklings who are just so threatened by your realness. Dude, isn't it funny at this point? Many of you are coming to the realization, why did I ever even give these people attention and focus? Because don't get it twisted. These people know how to look the part. They know how to act as if they're important. And I'm not talking about anyone in specific. Like, you know who fills these shoes. They know how to act important. They know they spout off nonsense about what's important and what's this, but they don't even live it themselves. You know, people who care more about chasing the fad and wearing the designer this and that and acting like they doing something, but like you don't even know your moon sign like that. You still chase F-boys and F-girls who you know what I'm saying? Like weird stuff. But you know, you wearing the latest shoes or you driving the latest cars, you think you're doing something. Please. So like you're starting to real talk, you're starting to see through this, and this is growth. You know what I mean? Jupiter has finished evolving your identity in Aries. Now you're evolving the quality of that. Take your time. It's going to be here till May 2024. Ooh. Then that Jupiter Gemini, baby. Let's get it. Last time Jupiter's in Gemini, became the peace dealer. 29 degrees Gemini. 29 degrees Jupiter in Gemini. I remember it clear as day. That's when I realized, I'm the peace dealer. I had already called it before, but that's when I realized, okay, I'm in this is the type of astrologer I am. Like, so just trust the process as you're doing. And the sextile that this Taurus energy is making to Pisces strengthens the communication, because third house is communication, the communication of your imagination through your body language. Okay, body, Taurus, language, third house. Hey, you know I'm nice with it. Shout out, man. Shout out to y'all. We have a thing here. All right, whether we underrate it or not, that's the whole point of this. You can't be compared. So like, really enjoy the individuality that can't be taken from you, because that's its own form of gold. To the point that other people are so intimidated and threatened, they have to bring up irrelevant things like the monopoly money they spend. Okay, your real value in currency is energy. Forget the fact that there's a system in place to circumvent your true value, all right, by tricking you to think you have to play this Monopoly game. If you were going to play Monopoly with somebody and someone brought their Monopoly money and was like, I have more Monopoly money than you, in game you might care, but like you're not going to take that serious. Like if they, you know what I'm saying? Like if they take that outside the game, you're just going to be like, really, dude? That's people who brag about their riches and possessions. All right, it's different if you're proud of the work you've done to get you whatever form of success. But people's attachment to material possessions, yes, second house is confidence and self-esteem. So it's not bad to feel great for what you manifested. But, you know, to the point that you start to think you're better than others, or that that's your source of confidence. Damn, you're so poor, all you have is money. So this is what that 12th house Taurus is teaching you, how to understand transcendent value, okay? And what's beautiful about this with the sextile to Neptune is that you'll be able to ground the supernatural understanding of the extra dimensional energy that is bringing in the real feel, Moon and Taurus, of these supernatural dynamics. So the huge facet of this is to allow people to misunderestimate your value. Because those who do that, that's the litmus test. Anyone who misunderestimates your value, they don't know. They don't know like they think they know. So it doesn't matter what facts they know and what specializations. Obviously, they can't put it together if they can't get that simple thing right. Okay, not that you're simple, but like, something simple as, Taurus, Aries basics, your value, and instead of trying to complexify it. So complexify, I love that. Other than that, y'all stay blessed as always. Shout out to Valerie. I didn't realize that my tip jar on my snip feed was not updated. So if you look at the description box below, for those of you who've been wanting to know, I do have my tip jar up. For those of you who've been wanting to tip me but weren't able to, you can hit that up. No obligation. Y'all stay blessed as always.